members of the congregation. You are now here on a Wednesday with Easy, the tech preacher. Truth to be told.
It's Wednesday, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's easy, yep, tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher. All the real wired ones, where you at? 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 All the real wired ones, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Yo, welcome to another episode of Wired Wednesday. Woo!
What up?
Well, we got a hot topic tonight, right? So let me give a disclaimer before we get on with Wired Wednesday, because I just want to make sure that the viewers, the new people, everybody that's joining us tonight, we want to make sure everybody get a clear understanding how Wired Wednesday work. Now, Wired Wednesday is more of a PG-13 or maybe sometimes rated R show, where that's why we do it so late at night, that we let our hairs down and we debate. And some of the debates may turn, a little crazy. We might say a lot of profanity. So you may hear a lot of cussing tonight. I just want to make sure that everybody know, when you watching us, that we having fun. It's nothing serious towards anybody, nothing serious towards nobody. We just having fun and having a good debate. All right, with all that out of the way, God damn it, let's get on with the show. Shit. All right, so we're going to talk about prices. I've been watching the interweb, right? And everybody, I've been seeing a lot of, people who's kind of hyped up about, hey, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is going to come out at a whopping 20% off, maybe $200 to $300 off of the original, the Z Fold 2 and the Z Fold 1, which that device came out at a $2,000 price point. We're still looking at a little over $1,600 for the Z Fold 3. That is the price prediction of this device. Now, obviously, there's going to be some takeaways. We heard smaller battery. We're hearing no charge in the box, no case. So we're hearing a lot of negative things about this device that's going to come out. Now, but the thing that concerns me is that we talk about cheap. Is $1,600 cheap? I never thought that I say in my life that people getting hyped over $1,600 is almost $2,000. I mean, are we at the era now that when we talk about a phone that's $200 cheaper, is everybody get hyped about it? Say, all right, this phone gonna be $1,600. Are we at that level yet? I mean, are we there at this point in time of our lives that $1,600 and above is okay? I'm confused.
Hey man, so it will be a nice $1,850 where I'm at.
After taxes. Wow.
After taxes, after I buy all the necessary accessories, $1,850.
I mean,
I can't really comment on expensive phones.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I have expensive phones, right? We all got expensive phones. We YouTube. Look, we tech heads. We content curators. I'm a tech head. I buy a lot of expensive product, but I still say it's too goddamn high. Like at the end of the day, are we accepting that prices of devices have obviously went above the $1,000 price point, but now $2,000 is okay. Like $1,600 is okay. People say, well, it's cheaper, easy. It's not cheaper, goddamn it. It's not cheap. It's by no means cheap. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
People say, well, you got to pay to play. You got to pay to play. I don't like that word. I hate that fucking, like that word. That's a word that every time I hear this, you got to pay to play. That burns me up inside. Because you don't have to pay to play.
I know a couple of people that hit me up that are about to buy the Duo because they got AT&T for $499. I guess they paying to play. It's like, I'm getting this thing for $500.
Remember, I used to say no phone was worth $1,000.
Right.
I used to say that. Yeah.
Hey, did y'all know that the chat's rolling?
Oh yeah, the chat is rolling.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got super
so-
chat.
Are we
Hold up.
are we gonna go live anytime now or?
We already live, Cecil.
We already
You gotta
live.
be kidding me. We're live?
Yes,
Oh my
we are
god, we're
live.
live. Oh, and Viper. Oh snap. My bad. Hi everybody.
Viper came in with
got
the
a $10
flame.
super chat. He came in with
Yeah,
a flame.
look at that.
I really do appreciate that. Viper, thank you very much, sir, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that, sir.
Man.
With the
I need to
flame.
pay
We got
attention
the
more
flame.
often. Okay.
He came in with the flame. What up, holla at your boy?
Yeah, I was about to call you, LaShawn.
He
Oh,
muted.
Rashawn, you're
Word.
muted.
You're muted.
I was getting
LaShawn.
worried. I was like, let me go ahead and call my boy.
He there you go.
What up?
We need that commentary, right?
Well, no, I even went back to the chat. I'm like, I haven't seen him in a while. So
Mhm.
So, I mean, when we talk about prices of devices, look, I understand that technology costs, R&D costs. I understand all that, right? But if you look at Android, let's talk about Android, right? The depreciation of Android devices is ridiculous,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, come
absolutely.
on now. After a year passed, no 2020 phones is above $1,000, right? Like you might have bought it at $1,400, but you fast forwarded 9 months later, that phone had depreciated by almost 50%.
Mhm.
So I say that if you just wait 5 months, right? You'll see that device that costs over $1,000 will be under $1,000. Oh, 2 phones. That's
So
right.
free.
They're
Yes,
raining
right.
in tonight. They're raining in tonight.
He didn't
Yes,
do that for
yes.
free either.
Bring-
For
Oh,
free.
snap. Look at this camera. This is. I've been playing with that.
Uh-oh,
a little
look at
bit. Look at that.
It's at 90D.
That-
It's at 90D.
Thank you very much for the $15 holla. I appreciate it, sir. Yes. And I think about it like this. Look, man, we make YouTube content for viewers,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what we do is we try to give the better bang for your buck. Like we talk about, like me, I talk about older devices. And look, let's be honest, 2019, 2020 devices is
It's
still
still
capable
good.
of running
Yeah.
good in 2020. Don't get hyped over that bullshit about you got to get the latest and greatest. You got to pay to play. You got to get this. And I'm saying to myself, you don't have to run, Angry Birds on your phone or even Call of Duty. I promise you, an 855 processor will do just fine.
Sir,
Hey.
I need the 888 for Angry Birds too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need it.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Nah, I need the 888 to run that crispy porn.
I knew he'd go put that one up.
At
Yeah,
8K.
I strongly disagree with that
I
comment.
disagree with that, Sino. So most of us on the panel, we're into tech, so we love flagship devices. So
I don't even like
disagree.
S10, so
Yeah.
that's never a factor for me.
But do you think about the Galaxy Z Fold 3? It's not gonna come with the S Pen. That means you
Go
got to
ahead.
buy
I
that
want to hear what Scoop
separately.
got to say. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead, Scoop.
So I bought a Z Fold 2 because I could have bought a Note with an S Pen, but the fact
kinda like-
I hate curved displays with a deep passion, like deepest passion in my soul, was the reason I got the Z Fold 2. It has nothing to do with the flex.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I hate curved displays. I hate them. They
Yeah.
are dumb.
But the Note 20 is awesome.
Shut up.
You know what? Basketball is a great sport.
Hey, look. Savage Scientist. All right,
Oh,
here we go.
snap.
There we go.
What? He will not be controversial anymore? Wow.
All right.
Whoa.
So is that what we call controversial when you speak in your opinion that just goes opposed to everybody else?
Exactly. That's just
No,
your opinion, man.
I wonder if it's controversial to put $2.57.
Yeah, I think it's,
we always got a meaning.
yeah,
that's
I
a
think,
meaning.
yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, Lord.
I
It
appreciate
should
it,
have been
Savage Scientist.
$2.31
Oh,
31.
for the 2 minutes and 31 seconds that I wasted in my life.
31.
So
Don't get me
somebody
started.
put
That's
in,
only-
and so look, I just watched his video, right, of the buds. I think I watched his video of the buds, and it was a good video. But you're right, the 835 processor will still do great.
Yep.
People
People who want the biggest number, that always kills me. And most of them don't even know what the numbers mean.
Right. Well, if you look at the Galaxy S9, right? Don't they have the 835 or 845? 835, 840. The Galaxy S8. Galaxy
Hey,
S8 got
You know,
Galaxy S8 got
on the
8.
Samsung on Shop Samsung on the app, so basically the Samsung store, they're actually selling refurbished Note 9s, and it makes me think that they're selling all the Note 9s they got in for trade-ins last year for the full, because I think the Note 9s were going for like $800 as
they're
a
going
trade-in.
big.
They were going
Yeah.
super high for no reason, and they're literally reselling the Note 9s right now.
And the Note
on
9
the
got
Samsung
a
website.
845, I believe. Got an 845 with 6 gigs of RAM. It's a fantastic device right away. The Note 8, 835 processor, another fantastic device. Even in 2020, I got a video coming out in a couple of weeks with the Note 8, so be on the lookout. And it's a fantastic device. And look, I use the Note 8 and the Note 9, and I'm saying to myself, where is the slowdowns? Where is the hiccups? Where is the, like how the people say it's sluggish? No, I'm not getting no slowdowns on them devices. Like, I think what happened over time with all the software updates, everything, I mean, they fix a lot of bugs and optimize the device so good that even with an 845 or 855 with 6 gigs of RAM, you're fine. I think phones with 16 gigs of RAM in it, that's bragging rights. Oh, I got a phone with 18 gigs of RAM in it, and then come next year you buying another phone. You're not even holding that phone no more, right? I mean, but in the Android ecosystem, this is one of the reasons why I talk about how phones depreciate, right? I mean, granted, you could get a Note 9 on Swapper for about $150, right? I mean, the phone came out at about $600 a couple of years ago, but now it's very cheap. I mean, you look at any 2020 device in the renewed market or the used market, it's rock bottom prices, man. So when I see phones like OnePlus that cost me $1,200, $1,300, it's laughable. It's really laughable, right? To see a phone like that. Even when you look at look, Samsung learned their lesson with the Galaxy S20. Galaxy S20 Ultra was $1,600 last year, $1,500 last year. That was too goddamn high. And even at $1,200 is too goddamn high. So I mean,
I paid $1,100.
Ouch.
That's because I traded in the a Note 9, but I got the 512 gig, the 512 variant. Yeah, I got the big boy only because I've been using my phone specifically for YouTube. And good thing I did get the 512 because I'm actually over 200 gigs, like almost 250 gigs of storage right now. So I'm extremely happy with my phone, my purchase.
But let me ask you a question. I always a lot of people always bring this up to me. I always preach lower storage, and the reason why is because us techies don't hold on the phone.
We're not gonna hold on.
We're not. Right. So for us, 512 gigs is a waste because I'm not holding on to that phone no more than 6 months. So it's like but I mean, I'm gonna still have it. But I probably use about 15 gigs or 10 gigs on my device. I don't use nothing no more than I stream all my music, all my movies. So everything I stream. So it's everything that's on my device is apps because all my documents is in the cloud.
Yeah, I stream myself.
Right. So,
I'm out here streaming. It's not streaming, but I'm out here recording my 4K videos for my channel. So, on
but
the first
even
channel,
with 4K video, you could with 4K video. Once you put it on your computer, you offload them, right?
Nah, I'm a klepto. I like to keep.
That's why.
I'm a klepto, so I like to make sure I get. See, and the crazy thing is, I actually have backup, so they stay on my phone and they stay on my OneDrive at the same time. Because once I'm
he needs to keep everything.
Yeah, I'm such a klepto because I actually lost. I lost like a ton of years and years of photos because an SD card blew up. And it was it got fried. And like one day, like I literally recorded a video, came home to download it onto the computer, and the memory card, the SD card was totally fried. I couldn't get nothing off of it. I was so mad because like I had just started YouTube and I was like, crap, I got to make my first video.
Well, you know what the problem is, right? You and Catwoman, y'all got computers with 1,000 gigs of RAM in it. That's why.
Well, yeah. See, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
Y'all
No less
blowing
than
everything up.
128. No less than 128 over here.
So let me ask y'all a question. When we talk about like if you shoot 4K or 8K video on your smartphones, when you put it on your computer, if you have like a terabyte hard drive, if you offload it from the phone to your computer on your terabyte hard drive, then you can eliminate all that space from your device.
Yeah, I delete stuff from my.
I delete it from.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I know everybody's different, So
Right. But I mean, when we talk about phones, I mean, look, I remember, look, we've been doing wide winds for years, and we talked about this years ago, huh, Kevin? When phones was like $799, and we like, hey, phones about to hit $1,000, and a lot of people like, no,
hit that 1,000. Remember that?
Right, and we like, God damn. That it was a phenomenon. We was on here. I could go back and look at some of my old streams. We sit up here and we digged up in Apple ass for hours talking about $1,000 was too damn high. Now we see in 2021 that $1,000 is okay. $1,600 is okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying to myself, what happened? It's crazy how when we look at
it's absolutely crazy.
And I'm gonna tell you, mark my word, in 2024, in 2023, and come in 2024, $2,000 will be the baseline for phones. That will be that's going to be the price of phones in 2023 and 2024. $2,000. You'll buy iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it's going to be $19.99. I'm serious. This is what we going at. This is the trend. A lot of people say, "Well, that's crazy. It never hit $2,000." But we say it never hit $1,000, and now it went up $1,000. Now we touching $2,000, and people looking at the Z Fold 3 like, "Oh, easy. It's only $1,600. What you tripping about? Only $1,600."
I can play a little devil's advocate with that because there is a chip shortage and a manufacturing problem with all electronics worldwide. So it is kind of hard that there's rumors of a high-end device being cheaper than the previous model. So is that not a little weird? Because even cars have gone up in prices because
cars have definitely gone up. Yeah.
But look, I want to be devil's advocate. I want to be a little devil's advocate on this here, right? Is it really a chip shortage? I mean, we listen to the news.
Somebody just said
right?
that in the chat too. That's funny.
Right, we listen to the news, we listen to what people say, but Apple still gonna sell 100 million fucking phones, and they ain't going up on their prices. They ain't got no chip shortage, right? I mean, you got fucking you got other companies that selling product, and they ain't complaining about no chip shortage. And all of a sudden, I mean, look, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I understand with COVID and everything, the factories were closed. I understand, but. Yeah.
When you got the money to buy up all the chips that's available, you're not going to have a chip shortage.
That's true. That's what I think.
That could be a play on Apple or even Samsung. They probably saw the writings on the wall early last year and started buying up all the materials early so that they can.
But look, I play the stock market, right? And the manipulation in the stock market, what happens when they talk about something short or this, that, other, whatever, the price goes up, right? I'm looking at the manipulation of, okay, we got a chip shortage. That means that everything got to go up. But do they really got a chip shortage in certain areas? That's the thing. Like, are they just raising prices even though they got the product? Like we got the chips, but we go raise the price anyway, and we go blame the chip shortage.
But we're talking about the rumor of Samsung lowering the price. But isn't Samsung like the number one?
But Samsung ain't lowering the price. No, wait. Let's make sure we understand it. Samsung ain't lowering it. They taking away everything in the box, right? So they actually give you a smaller box, no headphones, no power brick, no case, so they take it away. They gonna make money. They gonna make money on accessories. See what I'm saying? So there's like they're not really lowering the price. Let's be honest here.
Taking
right?
things out the box.
Let me plot twist y'all right quick. So remember, American manufacturers stopped making chips for Huawei, right? Huawei stopped so many chips, and I'm sure some of these companies did the same. They had backlogs of chips that they were able to make phones for how long after that?
Right, exactly.
So you think they're just working chip to phone? No, they got stockpiles of chips somewhere.
Kimmy, this is what I've been saying. Like, I'm saying this, like, car manufacturers, they're not just going chip the car. They gobbled up millions and millions of chips just sitting in warehouses. Listen, man, I'm not buying this. We can't make this product because we don't have
it won't ever be an effect. Like, there is going to be a drop off at some point, but I don't think it happens immediately. Like, as soon as they stopped.
I mean, fuck. Look, all right. So Samsung decided to not do the Galaxy Note this year, right? Some people claim it was the chip shortage, but Samsung dropped the M series, the A series. They still dropping those phones. The M series of devices coming out overseas next week. The A series, they didn't drop all the A series of devices. I mean, you got the Fold, you got the Z Flip, you got the S21s, and all these phones that's coming out. It is no shortage of chips in that era, right? That's what I'm saying. I think Samsung made a tough decision not to do the Note because the Note was fading away, guys. Think about it. You got an SP with the S. You got an SP with the S device, right?
Yeah,
with all the Note software
you need a Note
features.
Hey, Eric,
they saw what was hot at that time. You had a pandemic going on, and people were buying phones, and they were backlogged on order.
Can you put up on PG's comment because he's talking about there's a whatever scoop
propaganda.
Yeah, that's what that's it.
Kicks in.
Kicks in. If a company makes you think that there's a shortage, demand is higher, just like
exactly.
That's no. Toilet paper, though, right? Isn't that not a securities problem? That you can't go out in the public and say, hey, we got an issue with this, just to make sure that they can raise the price on this. The shortages has to come from the actual manufacturer, not the people that are putting together the stuff. Like, there's been a lumber shortage, but that came directly from the lumber factories, not Home Depot. Home Depot basically reported what the lumber factories reported to them. So it's kind of hard to sit there and say that, hey, Samsung and Apple is saying that there is this shortage and that shortage. I believe it has to be from the actual manufacturers, not Apple and Samsung. And Apple and Samsung is just an example, because that's a securities issue. That's a fraud issue that you can go to jail for that, because then you're.
Yeah, but I don't think those are the people that are saying that there's a chip shortage. Like they're.
Yeah, but just the way that PG's talking is like.
I see what you're saying.
Companies, that's what I'm trying to say. So you can't sit here and say that it is only Samsung and only Apple, only Huawei that are completely saying this. And to double down on the car shortage, there is clearly a car shortage, because every car dealer that I've passed from Texas to Florida is running at a quarter capacity from last year. I remember seeing these car dealerships like packed, and I'm like, ooh, all these brand new cars. And like I can literally count less than 100 per dealership.
But hold on. When I bought my truck 6 months ago, I mean, I walked on the dealership. It was matter of fact, I bought my truck in November of 2020. I bought the 2021 Ram, right? The car. They was fully stocked, man. They was rolling, was rolling, man. They was rolling, and the 2021s was coming in. I mean, they people were buying. They had the cars in stock. I mean, they even offered me to say, "Hey, do I want this package, that package?" They could order, get it in 2 days or 3 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I say that to say I understand that we do have a problem, but I think it's inflated. I think the problem is inflated to make people believe that it's the end of the world. It's a chip shortage. You can't get no cars. We can't make no phones. We can't make no toasters. We can't make no TVs. And I think this bullshit. I just think it's all bullshit. I just think that, yes, I believe that it is shortages, but I could go to Best Buy right now and pick up a TV. I could go to a car dealership and I could get a car if I wanted to. I could go to Best Buy, or I could go to AT&T and buy me a phone if I wanted to. So I believe they got product available. I think they trying to make you believe that the newer product, right, that they can't make, but they're still making older product.
They're still making older product, and the older product's still good.
No, Stacy says she works at a car manufacturer, and they had to shut down because
he works.
My bad. I saw Stacy. My bad. So he says they shut down because of a chip shortage.
Mm-hmm.
Right, look, I'm not saying, look, I'm saying, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. I just want everybody to understand that I do understand that a lot of it could be labor. Now, we've had restaurants closed down because they got labor shortages. Like, people don't want to work, and so there's a lot of things in that realm. I'm not saying that the manufacturers shut down because of chip shortages, but we've noticed, me being a business owner and a lot of things that's been going on out here, is that I've seen restaurants close because they don't have enough staff. I've seen a lot of companies saying that they understaff. You know, you go to a Walmart sometimes, you see they don't have enough staff. They say they don't have enough staff for this, enough staff for that. So if you don't have enough staff to make cars in the assembly line, or if you don't have enough staff, that could hinder production also. So I mean, even with the chip shortage, you may have labor issues also. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: it's not the end of the world, right? And it's I think right now for people to say, you know what, F it, I just won't buy that $2,000 product, right? I mean, I would just keep with the phone I got in my hand. I mean, why is it such a push to go buy the latest and greatest when you got something that's working in your hand? I think for us, we think, I can't wait. And then it's a back order for 3 months, and you know, they got your money already. You waiting for 6 months for the product. And that's, you know, they do that sometimes, right? You pre-order something, they come out your account, and you waiting for 4 months. Yeah, so I mean, I understand that. I think we have to look beyond some of the propaganda and some of the BS out there. If you get in your vehicle and drive, you know, to a restaurant or to AT&T, look, when I went to AT&T, the people was like, "Hey, can I help you? What you need? Well, what phone you want? I sell you everything. What you got? We got everything in stock." You know, I'm like, okay. I'm telling you, I walk into an AT&T place, they try to sell me the whole stove. So they wouldn't short on no phones.
Exactly.
They had iPads.
That's the one thing that is you're doing a good PSA, because that's what people need to understand. If something's overinflated, there's plenty of stuff to buy right now that are good.
Right. I mean, you walk into a Best Buy right now.
Your device.
Your current device is good. It's not like it was 5 years ago.
Amazon had Amazon Prime Day for 2 days selling a shitload of product. They weren't short.
No. They said that was the number. Look, that's the most sales that's been made in 2021.
Right. So where is the shortage when Amazon's selling billions of dollars worth of tech product and billions of dollars worth of product in 2 days? You know what I'm saying? That's why I be thinking about this type of stuff. I'll be thinking about this. Okay, we keep hearing on the news and the propaganda, it's a chip shortage, so prices go up, prices go up, and you can't buy this and you can't buy that. I'm saying to myself, I walk in the store and I can buy whatever I want. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not seeing it. I bought a vehicle. It was right on the lot. I bought it. It was the one I wanted, and it was easy. You know, I mean, it was easy giving up that money, but it was easy. You know,
if it helps any in the trucking industry, there's actually been a shortage on new trucks because there's a manufacturing problem with all of the companies, especially Freightliner, from my understanding, because my company's supposed to be getting new trucks. We were supposed to start getting new trucks. It should have been in February. We're now rolling out new trucks now, and I think we're supposed to get like 450 new trucks, and I don't think we even have 100 of them in, and they've been ordered since January.
Wow.
And there's actually been a truck shortage since last year because other companies were trying looking for it and couldn't get it.
Whoa.
That sound like Joey too. Whoa.
Well, let me ask you all this question then. If big companies run into chip shortages, right? Well, what person didn't do their inventory right? So this is go back to 2019 before COVID-19, right? Usually companies buy up as much projected product that they're going to sell in 2020. So all the chips that they want to buy, they would have bought it in 2018 and 2019, right?
Yes.
In 2020, you didn't sell that much product. So you should have an overflow at this point, right? You didn't sell that much shit in 2020. So that means it was mismanaged from 2019 to 2018. So we have to go back because 2020, you weren't selling shit because everything was closed. Correct. So if everything was closed, that means you should have an overflow.
You have to have something in stock.
Right. You should have something in stock, right? So when you're going into 2021, when shit still half closed and now things starting to open up, all of a sudden there's a chip shortage. Now, well, that's been mismanaged since back in 2018, 2019 then, right? That would have been a mismanage of projected inventory that you needed for 2020. But 2020, the country was closed. That means that you ain't selling shit anywhere in 2020. That means going into 2021, you should have had an overflow.
Yep.
You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something I didn't get. Maybe when I was in college, they didn't teach me economics. Maybe me being a business owner, somebody didn't teach me how to do inventory. I don't know. Maybe something that I didn't know. Maybe something that I got wrong here. I don't know. Somebody educate me of what happened in 2020, in 2019 when you do it. Look, I could tell you right now, in my business, my inventory, I can order anything I want. I don't have no chip shortage. I ain't got no inventory shortage. If I go online and order my product, the shit come in 3 days. I'll have no shortages on nothing. Now, granted, I don't sell shit with chips in it and stuff like that, but the people that delivering it is 18-wheelers and Amazon driver. I had to have postal service workers and stuff like that deliver my product. That means that they deliver my product on time. I don't have no problem with that. The company don't mind taking my money for inventory, so there's no problem with that. So what I'm saying is, even in my industry, I don't have no shortages or nothing. I can get my product on time. I ain't got no problem with truck. I got 18-wheelers coming on time. They get there on time. So I mean, I don't know.
I'm on the other side of that. I'm struggling with getting everything we need.
Yeah. Yeah, my company's bigger. My company's bigger, so we do feel a little bit, but we have a lot of buying power, so we're good.
But I see somebody say it's shortage on new product. That that brings up a good thing. Save your $1,600. That means don't buy the shit. Like don't buy.
There's a lot of good stuff right now.
Exactly. That means that you take that $1,600 and go into 2022 and then buy maybe the Galaxy Z Fold 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always look at this technology, right, in 2021. And I understand people, we tech reviews, we got to get the product in review and all that. We got to make it hype and all that crap like that, right? But I think in 2021, we had to come to the realization that the phone that you got in your pocket is good enough.
Put one's coming up.
Let's see. All right. Work. Okay. And look, I agree with that. And look, I remember webcams, computers, they all and webcams and computers are definitely hit the hard. It's because when people were working from home, companies was buying home computers and laptops, webcams and stuff like that. Yeah. Right. So, I would agree with that. But I've talked to a couple of companies and I've done a couple of videos on webcams. And they all assured me the videos I did on webcam, they say, hey, we got them in stock easy. So I understand. I mean, some of the webcams are not the best quality webcam, but they do have, I think
the main players are the ones that got their, like, not the main players. Yeah, the main players got caught.
Right. But again, it goes back to Apple. Apple ain't, you don't hear no reports.
Yeah, like I said,
Apple.
it's different with the bigger companies. Like, to give you an example, like when we converted to some of our equipment that would run on PC, even though the other hardware layer was some other stuff, we could go to an Intel and say, hey, you know what? We're going to be designing this box for the next 15 years. You need to keep making this processor. So whereas you guys couldn't buy it, my company could still buy it. You see what I'm saying? Years after it went discontinued. So that's why I said I think the bigger companies like Apple, I'm not too worried about them going, man, we got a chip, so we can't print money this year. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. They're gonna be just fine.
I mean, but you think Apple gonna be sneaky and say, you know what, since everybody else jacking up their price, why don't we take the iPhone 13 and jack that some bitch up?
See, the one thing that worries me about Apple is, remember when they first were like, hey, we're up at $1,000, and everybody started raising their price to all the Androids, even Google raised theirs, and then all of a sudden they come out with the SE. They said we're going back to the low price one. So,
but look, the same thing. This like with Google, right? I mean, the Google Pixel 5, is that the most expensive Pixel out there? Like $600?
Oh yeah, it's
it
is.
Yeah, the Pixel
it is
5
right now.
is the most expensive Pixel out there.
The most expensive was the 4.
No. He's just talking about now, like like when you go buy it.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, the 4 was what, $6,799?
No, the 4 was $1,000. I paid $1,000 for the 4XL.
Ooh.
I had the 128 gig.
Baby.
It was the 128 gig that I had.
What is you doing, baby?
Well, I paid technically I paid $600 because I sold off my other one. Then you know how I do.
You paid $1,000 for a Pixel?
Yes, sir. I love my Pixel.
God.
Was that
actually it was $600,
Oh, $600. Okay. Yeah.
Don't be using that trade-in shit. It was still $1,000, sir.
Trade in.
If that's the case, then this phone only cost me a couple $100 if we're gonna say trade-in, because I traded 2 phones to get it, right?
You didn't come out of pocket. You didn't come out of pocket though. So yeah, you paid however much you got.
Okay.
You paid however much you got.
That's a pretty phone.
That's a beautiful
pretty.
phone.
That's a pretty.
Pretty.
That's a pretty bitch.
Ooh, that's a
pretty bitch. Right there.
Pretty bitch. That's a pretty bitch.
Yeah. No. You gotta respect that one.
Yeah. You got it.
That's a pretty lady.
Respect my authority. Respect my authority.
Authority.
Yeah. Authority. Let's see. Apple is good at sales projection, but hold on. So hold up. I know we give Apple a lot of credit, but don't every major company, Samsung, Apple, everybody got good sales projection type deals that they know how they project how many they want to sell. They get, they buy enough components for their product. Apple's not the only company. I mean, LG sell TVs and refrigerators and washers and dryers and stuff like that. Every department knows their sales goal. Even us business owners, we say, okay, in 2023, here's my sales projection, right? I know going off of 2021, I raise it up a few, percentage wise to say I'm going to be up in sales and this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to sell. I got an inventory of product for the whole year. I know how many product I'm going to sell next year. I already know this already. So what I do is I prepare. And every company have those type of people that's smarter than me that they prepares for this.
Yeah,
right?
that's the reason I think it's a little bit easier for the bigger companies, because they've got people that are doing those projections.
Right. So this goes back to why we got some companies got chip shortages and certain companies don't. Because if every company has a person, a department that projects what they're going to sell and they buy components based off of that, the prior year, so we go back to 2019, 2018, right? The prior year, the companies project the next year and they buy components and parts based off of their projections. So why is a company in where we in June of 2021 saying they ain't got no chips? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we can't make shit. I ain't got no chips. I just think I don't believe in that. That means that somebody should have got fired. That means some department head they fucked up. Somebody fucked up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because you're not. I mean, are you up year over year? I mean, 2020, all sales was down, right? So in 2020, you wasn't selling shit, right? That means that in 2021, you're gonna be profitable. We know it was already projected that that COVID-19 and businesses gonna start opening up in 2021 and stuff like this. COVID-19 is gonna go away and this, that, and the other. Right. So in 2020, you had a whole year opportunity to make sure you prepared for 2021. That means that if you wouldn't prepare for 2021, somebody fucked up. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Doodle. It's not called Hung Ming.
I know. I like that.
Hung Ming, yes. Hung Ming,
called...
yes. Doodle knows Hung Ming.
No. It is called Harmony.
Hung Ming.
I do have on the phone.
It's okay, Kimmy. It's okay to have Hung Ming on your phone. It's okay. It's all
I have
right.
Harmony OS. They updated today too. I updated while I was on the phone with Cecil and Catwoman and forgot I was on the phone, so it couldn't come off.
I'm about to say it didn't come off.
But here's the thing about battery life, right? We got phones, right, that have lower battery percentages.
If it's optimized correctly.
It's right.
Optimization is everything.
That's right.
Samsung can't seem to get that right though.
Yo, Juan says your assumption is off though because sales on tech broke records in 2020.
Hey, look, I'm not debating with it. Look, I can tell you this much: in the stock market, we did very well. Right, so in 2020 was probably our highest year in profit taking in all times in 2021. Me as a day trader, so I've seen stocks like Apple stocks and stuff like that. And look, I would tell you that, but I know like I said, I must be off. I must be off. If tech broke records, then I guess I don't know. And look, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I don't have no proof. I don't have no data. I don't have anything. So I'm just being devil's advocate here.
Okay, because usually when companies make a buy order, they make sure to sign a contract to get the order, not the order, but the price at that price today, but they expect it at certain dates. Is it possible that like their second and third shipment of what they bought 6-7 months ago was delayed by the manufacturers and not by say Samsung or Apple, because Samsung and Apple did what they were supposed to do and actually locked in the price and bought the numbers that they want, but they never received the numbers because the manufacturers couldn't deliver.
That's a possibility.
Did we hear reports that Samsung Galaxy S20s didn't do that well? The Galaxy S20 FE did very well. The Galaxy Z Fold 2 did okay. Was it like groundbreaking? So on the Samsung side, maybe their TVs did well, their computers did well, their refrigerator did well, they washer and dryer, but the phone division probably didn't do that well, right? Even in 2021, I mean, the Galaxy S21, I mean, is that doing very well? When it comes out, and look, we already know Apple gonna sell tens of millions of phones.
Apple's
so,
not worried.
Apple ain't worried about it. Apple's on a different level, but I mean,
confused.
Yeah.
Marcus's comment.
Okay, here we go. Marcus comment. Let's see what we get.
Ford has 2 electric vehicles. Chevy's had an electric vehicle for the last 4 years.
Yeah, and then you have some people that say they're going fully electric by 2024, right?
Yeah.
Chevy's had fully electric vehicles for 4 years.
Yes, exactly, Juan.
Yeah.
A series is the king.
Mm-hmm.
You really gonna do this?
And the funny part is BMW's electric vehicles aren't that good.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't buy a BMW electric vehicle. I would buy,
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No, hell no.
See me in 10 years. I gotta buy.
I was gonna say, it's just like when the new phones come out and the first model of that device comes out, and you're like, you got your beta testers that want to get out there and test it out, but I'm gonna let that ride for a minute.
In the hood,
That's a true statement.
BMW?
The A, whatever the A50 or A5X, always gonna outsell pretty much every phone.
Mm-hmm. You know,
But doesn't the A outsell the S only because the A is more
affordable?
No.
It's just
No,
it's
I'm not-
like
I'm
one of
not
the
saying
top
that it's
selling
a better-
phones. Period. Like out of all phones.
Is it because of
budget
the
phones
world? That's
always
what I'm trying to
outsell
get at.
them.
Because like the S line sells more in the States, but the A line sells more around the world because of the cost.
I'm
of
not
it.
sure. I just know.
I don't know about that.
That's what I'm
If
wondering.
you go to these
It just-
prepaid places, they sell A phones too. So
Yeah.
we're a little jaded because our community buys these flagships.
Correct.
A lot
Yes.
of people buy these budget ass phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time I make a video about a budget device, it does very well. Because they're like,
very
hey, yeah, it does very well. I mean, I when I make videos about low end budget phones or maybe the Motorola phone video I did, I mean, those people hit the comment like, hey, I got the the G7, the G8, and they love it.
The
Yeah,
Stylo 6 or
people,
something.
No,
people
Stylo
have
6
thought
is
of
not.
Stylo 6. We waiting on the
I heard that
Stylo
was like the
7.
best phone out there.
We
Stylo
waiting on
7.
the Stylo 7. I think the Stylo 7. I think. Well, first of all, it's no Stylo 7 because LG ain't making none. All right. So the Stylo 6 is the last of the Mohicans. and I'm sure that LG ain't. I mean, and that's a
Yeah,
shame.
well,
Is no
Me
one
I
else
see
gonna
that
say the
one.
magic word?
Fuck you and Eric's dicks. Okay.
Oh, you said the magic word.
There you go, Albert. I said it for you.
I'll tell you something. Dex is wonderful, man. That's it.
Yeah, they got to keep it off that A line though. They cannot put it on the A line.
Right. Well, Samsung made the mistake when they laid up there. It came out with the Galaxy S8.
Yeah,
and
when they
put Dex on the Galaxy S8.
Yeah, that
right?
lost
Instead of the
differentiation
Note.
between the Note. Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I'm like they cannot put it on the A line.
The
I
Note
absolutely
is
No
love
Dex
it.
no Dex
If they
on the
put it on the
A-line?
A line, man, it's like, dude, I gotta
Right.
tell people to go get the A line.
A-line be having headphone jacks and everything.
Exactly. You
exact
gotta get
cases
that.
in the box. The A-line go get you a
Got a
case in the box.
charger.
They go get you headphone chargers.
Good
and it gonna
performance,
cost you
decent cameras.
$299. It gonna cost
And they
you
gonna do numbers
$299.
on your YouTube channel. You ain't got to say why I returned this A-line phone.
Oops.
Why are my A-line?
Oh Lord.
Hot one is on.
Sheesh.
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the A line is solid. Like I said, they cannot. It's sort of like, in my opinion, the way what OnePlus did with the 9 Pro and the 9. They took off optical image stabilization because they knew it's like if they put that, it's like you really got to make a case where you're gonna spend $400 more.
Yeah.
Oh, look at D-Men's. Put up D-Men's comment.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, D-Mills, my 880, I got my money back out of it. That was the first Samsung I got all of my money back out of it. The flippy camera one. I bought it for $5. I sold it for $5.
Hey, man, you broke as hell returning that shit. Hey, you ain't lying, dog.
wow.
Looking at the mirror and said, Dex told me.
Tell me how I
look.
look.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I seen a report. I hate to switch subjects, but I saw a report that a drone killed somebody. Now they've said that they lost control of the drone and nobody was in control of the drone. I
Was it one of
call
these
bullshit on
$8,000?
that.
Yeah, what kind of drone?
I
was
call
I mean,
bullshit
you
with
taking
that.
people out.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that because
it can't be no one of these. little-
It had to be one of these big old drones, huh? Go ahead.
First and foremost, did you not see the motherfucking cover?
Right.
Look out! Here comes a drone.
Oh, it's coming.
It's getting big. It's coming kind of hot.
Somebody have the hot water on?
no, so I think it used weapons and stuff. I think it used weapon. I don't think it just fell on them. I think
You're
it
talking a
it was
military
weaponized.
drone.
Oh, so
Oh,
that's
it's a military drone. Okay.
This is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Military one, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking it was normal.
Yeah.
He saw it.
somebody flying one around like, oops.
They said
I'm
that
talking about,
nobody
DJI
was
coming in
controlling
Ohio.
it.
right, you get hit with a DJI, like, bow.
it's coming in. I see the guns pointed at me.
Exactly.
Like this.
Hey, is that pointing a gun at me?
Is that a
remember-
missile? Look at that. It's all firing at me.
Hey, it kind of reminds me of remember RoboCop, right? Remember that thing with it's like they were trying to turn it off, and the man at the window like, hey, he said you got 10 seconds.
Oh, you talking about that? What's the name of that thing?
There was RoboCop, that big old thing.
Yeah,
that
the
thing
big
shot
round.
the man
What
up.
was his name? What was his name? What the thing called?
I
used to know that thing by heart. What was
Lord.
that thing called?
Yeah, it was that big old robot, and the thing said you got 10 seconds, and that thing counted all the way down. I mean, it tore that poor man up. I'm like, oh man. That was on RoboCop.
ED209.
ED209.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it was.
Now hit that
ED209.
RoboCop.
You know we true techies when we talk about RoboCop. This is the type of movies techies watch, by the way. Star Wars, Star Trek,
It's only a glitch.
RoboCop. You know shit.
I don't know why I actually like the new RoboCop, the latest one they dropped. I've actually watched that about 3-4 times. And I normally don't watch.
I need to watch it.
I didn't know they had a new one.
I didn't know they had a new one. I always
Yeah,
liked the old.
It was a remake.
It was they remade it, and the tech. Oh, it was way more believable to me. Scoop, you saw it, right? What do you think of it?
I buy that for a
It's
$1.
definitely more practical.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That was in there. I'll buy that fun.
Yeah,
I'll buy
they
that
actually-
fun. I remember that.
They had that line in the movie. I was waiting for that line in the movie.
Catwoman, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
They also watch Care Bears.
Care Bears.
Oh, I watched Care Bears growing up. I am.
Ooh, Jason said the new RoboCop was.
You know what, Jason? You
Wow.
It was trash.
See, they had Terminator 2 to the list.
Oh yeah, that was
last couple of Terminator
trash.
movies.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Do they
Wait,
even
what's
have
T2?
Care Bear? Do they even have
Terminator
that show
2.
come on?
I don't think so, unless you watch one of those retro networks.
No, they did remake Care Bears. I think they remade it. It's
No,
not like the original.
stop it.
And why would you know that, sir?
See, that's why we know.
Oh, the
You
remake?
know,
Kick your ass, Pepper.
that's what we know. Savage Science is a little twisted, right? He watching Care Bear. His favorite character is No Heart.
Well, let's
Savage
find out what he-
Oh, Savage,
Albert,
man.
you went back. He went to Jason.
Now he said when I was a kid. Oh, hey, so guess what? BG Tech Life. I got Miji to watch that last year.
Last
She had not
Dragon.
watched Last Dragon. Yep.
The door. Is
Last
ajar.
Dragon is shit,
What do you
right?
say?
Oh, isn't it?
I got
the glow.
Yeah, I got the glove.
Who's the
Who's the master?
Who's Shogun? Shonuff. Wait, it
Yep.
was Shonuff.
It was
right?
Shonuff. Yep.
It was
Shonuff, the
Shonuff.
Shogun of Harlem.
of Harlem?
Yeah. Who's your master? Shonuff. He was a tough son of a bitch.
Oh, he
boy.
was,
He had
boy.
the glow. He know how to control it.
He's just talking about "I'm gonna get you, sucker." Isn't that what
That's
is,
a Keenan Ivory Wayans movie.
Keenan Ivory Wayans movie. Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, I don't think Michi's seen that either.
The door
Oh, she
Yeah.
had.
is ajar.
She might
Oh,
not.
she had? Okay.
Yeah, she might not have.
The door.
Yeah.
Yeah, Last Dragon, pure motivation.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah, pure motivation. That's right. Never give up, especially with the woman he tried to get. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Big Trouble in Little China.
Barry, can you show me some moves?
Yeah, can you show me some of that? That was funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy got out of prison. He got out of prison with the fish tank shoes on.
That's
And
Yes.
Savage
He
ass
broke
right
the
there. The
rules.
guy out of prison.
Yep. He said
Yeah.
That was a great end.
through rain, sleet, and snow.
Yes, vanity.
Yeah, Antonio Vargas. That's my dog, boy.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
right.
Go ahead and watch that Mortal Kombat anime, okay?
Suke now.
All right.
Yeah, so that
I
was
kinda
some
wish-
good movies.
The new Mortal Kombat movie, they should have did a Justice League. When the Snyder cut, they should have Snyder cut it, because the first movie left so many open questions. It's ridiculous.
What movie?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, he's talking about Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, he's talking about Mortal Kombat.
They should have Snyder cut it and put way more detail in it, because like it was like, what the hell is going on? Like what?
Yeah, but you have to. The thing about it is, you would have to like follow the series. You have to know Mortal Kombat. Like you have to know it in order for to understand it. You know, so yeah, they should have
Snyder cut.
Yeah.
It. Because
oh yeah, Joy. Yeah, remember he had to start popping and locking to get out of the rope.
Right.
Well, that Michael Pepper right there, huh?
You are reliving that movie right
now. He wasn't popped into a locker. He popped himself out of a locker.
He popped himself out of a locker. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, look, get back to one more topic to the topic of the. Let me ask y'all a question about this expensive smartphone era. Are they putting this much technology in the smartphone for them to justify the price? Because everybody keep on saying, well, easy R&D, it's fast processors, it's high-end gaming and stuff like that.
The only way you can say that is if it's completely replacing a laptop or a desktop.
Yeah, and also,
but it's not though.
When we pick up a mid-range phone,
I
don't feel like, man, I can't ever use this mid-range phone again because I got this flagship. You see what I'm saying? If it did that, then I could justify it.
I mean, when we talk about a phone that costs so much, when you pick up this phone, right? This phone need to turn tricks. A pole need to come out the screen or something, and the stripper need to be going around a pole, right?
The pole need to come out of the screen.
and the stripper need to be coming down a pole or something.
If that happens with my phone, I'm sending it back.
I guess the stripper needs to come out with some Jergens too and be like, here's
some Joygans.
Now hold up, Kimmy. Now hold up. If a guy came out there, what they call the male strippers to come out.
No. You know who would have to come out there? And
I already know. Who got to come out there.
Ladies love.
Yeah.
Then it'd be different. She'd be like, oh, well, that's different.
Cool come out the she gonna be like, oh,
Mary, she gonna look the phone and sees the lick lips.
You stupid. Oh my god!
Like I hollered down later, my phone was just delivered.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey man.
But the thing about it is,
gotta go.
So if you look at with that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, when the repat shit, right? When you put the glass, you go into another. That's what I want.
Total recall.
Yeah,
and we're not doing that right now.
Right? We're not doing that right now. That's the thing. Like I'm not seeing no lady pop up and say, "Hey, Eric, can I get your coffee for you?" Some shit like that. I press a button on my smartphone and I want some an image to pop up. That's why I say, okay, now the budget phones can't do that, but the flagship can. No,
but I can ask Alexa to tell me a joke.
But I could do that on. I could do that on the blue phone.
That was a joke. Relax. I was being completely facetious.
I know. I could pull out a blue phone and do that.
It might take a little longer, but
that's hilarious.
Okay, put D-Mim's comment up. He said it.
Hey man, there's a baller out there, man. Balling.
But I have noticed. And I'm not trying to be funny, with the age bracket, when you talk to younger people, they feel like $1,000 is justified.
Yeah.
They don't check the price.
But I think they feel pressure though, because they think if it has Pro Max on it, they got to get the Pro Max.
Or phones were just more expensive when they started buying phones. Mm-hmm. Remember when we bought phones, you had free phones, you had $100 phones.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is. And then, look, here's the thing. Most of the teenagers, when they buy iPhone, if you don't see the 3 cameras on the back, that's a peasant phone. Like, you got to have the 3 cameras on the back. You got to have the Pro Max. I'm telling teenagers, it's amazing to see how these teenagers, and I can tell you, anybody that got a teenager, y'all know, any teenager out there, they would say, look, I got my iPhone, I want the Pro Max. Shout out to Carl. Thank you very much.
Eric, we at the top of the hour.
We at the top of the
We at
hour.
the top of the hour. All right, we at the top of the hour. You know, got Carl out there. You know, doing his thing. Carl,
I'm disappointed in Carl, man. Disappointed me, Carl.
What did he do?
Carl said he ain't making no pixel cases.
He ain't paying
no more.
No
more.
You know why?
Now,
it ain't profitable for him.
Yeah,
it ain't selling.
Pixel 7.
It ain't even came out. It didn't come out. He said,
wait till the Pixel 7. Wait till the Pixel 7. He'll be making it. Wait till the Pixel 7.
How many times have you gotten a survey to ask you how you like the software update? I can't do the survey because it ain't in English.
Hey, see, that's when you do Google Translate. You translate that motherfucker.
I can take another Huawei and translate it, but I'm just saying. I still have my RS.
But no, I mean the reason why you don't see
Hungmang OS.
You know,
not Hungmang, motherfucker.
The reason why you don't see Carl them don't make. I mean, it's all about the money, baby. You might sell. You know, Google might sell 50 pixels in the next couple of months. I mean, you can't make no money on 50 cases. You got to get iPhone cases. We go sell tens of millions of them. It's very difficult for somebody to manufacture
when it's small.
Knowing you ain't gonna make no money.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna make no money on it. Yeah. Right. I mean, granted that we all want. Look, I want a case for a lot of phones, but I know. You could go to
get one. Hey, a Samsung and an iPhone, you're gonna be able to pick. You're gonna be able to get a lot of cases.
Right. But I mean, you do have third-party companies that's way out in Sri Lanka somewhere that will have a case for a phone.
Hold on,
trash.
It just depends. I got some good cases from overseas.
Hey, can you put up? Hey, Eric. Eric, can you put up Mr. Urban World's comment? Because
Mr. Urban.
Yeah, he said he still has the Note 8 and he's planning on upgrading to a foldable phone. And he says, "I'm an entrepreneur. It just screams business phone to me, and I'm a gamer, so it's good for playing Stadia, Xbox on the go." Believe it or not, the folding phones, the only folding phone that is probably best to play Xbox is the Microsoft Duo. Is that how you say it, right?
Yeah, that's the only one that supports it. I think Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah,
Xbox Game Pass. And then
everybody I know with foldable phones. Well, a lot of people I know that game, they love their foldables.
Right. So the Microsoft Surface Duo have got that update where you can you have the control at the bottom of the display, but you can use Xbox Game Pass on. I think it's out for any phone now. I know on Samsung devices,
right. It's out for any phone. It's just they don't have the controller at the bottom.
Right, it's optimized.
That's right.
So what happened with Xbox Game Pass? It requires a Bluetooth controller in order to play some games. So you have to have a third-party controller in order. I made a video about this, by the way. So I got a video about this. But with the Xbox, with the Dual, you could now play all Xbox games using the display at the bottom as a controller and using the display at the top for the game itself. So it works great on the Dual. But it's a Microsoft product. That's why. It's a Microsoft product. It's only,
Eric,
Eric,
how do you like the phone for business purposes also?
It's freaking phenomenal let me tell you something. Okay. the Surface Duo, to me, for business, is my go-to device. All true and true. Like if I'm doing a Word document, and the keyboard is nice and spacious because it has a big displays on there. Right. So what I try to do is I try to do it on the Z Fold, but I found that the Z Fold running two apps, you got two small displays, and it doesn't work that well. But when you got the Surface Duo with the bigger displays, it's like night and day here, right? So now you got a bigger display where you can see more content, and then you can get a bigger keyboard at the bottom. And it works great.
And that Duo looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. The Duo. And look, I can tell you this much. I can tell you this much is that if I think I say this, and Warren Bagnell is in the building. If you want to come on, Warren,
he's a
I know he'll do a fan. But I'm about to say this that might piss him off. If you want to come on, I can see your link. But I believe that Microsoft will screw up the Duo too.
I do too.
I think they're gonna screw it
If
up.
they screw it up, that's
listening.
as long as
They're
we got the Duo
listening.
1.
I know, but they're listening to, we got to have these cameras on here. They got to have, you better put the 888 plus processor.
Mr. Urban World. That Duo is not as big as I thought it was. When I went and saw it at AT&T, I could put it in my pocket.
It's not as big. It's not as big. It's not big, but it is. The screens are big. Like the screens, it
well, that's
works,
when you open it up. But when you close it, it's not that big.
I think Microsoft will screw up the Duo too, because the Duo is a productivity device, and I understand it. Yeah, I can understand the cameras. I put Gcam on my Duo, but the Duo for business. When I'm at my office, I open it up. I run the two apps at the same time, and it's working great. It's a when it comes down to business and office work, it's perfect for that.
Which was my argument in the beginning.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want it to be thicker. I really don't want it to be thicker. I like how thin.
Well, I think Microsoft is going to screw up the Duo in this aspect. They listen to all of the top dogs, all the big YouTubers, and everybody want better cameras. They want they want a full display. They don't want to split down the middle. They don't want this. They want to
buy a fold. There's already.
That's what I'm saying. I think Microsoft vision in the Surface Duo was perfect for the business aspect of it. But I do understand if you want to sell phones, you got to get everybody to buy it, right? So by Microsoft doing the BlackBerry thing, right, to try to sell phones towards the business consumer, you miss out on the rest of the market. So I think what Microsoft might do is try to go after the business and the average consumer. And I think they're going to mess it up a little bit because they're going to try to make it a fun device.
Just say business. It should say business.
They're going to try to make it a fun device, but it's going to miss the business aspect of it. And I think that's what Microsoft going to mess up at. And I don't know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do.
Dual don't cost $1,400 anymore.
Right. Yeah, it don't cost $1,400. You can
get it from if you have AT&T.
You can get it for
$599.
I got mine for $599. So I got mine for $599. So I mean, it's not $1,400, not anymore. For $1,400 when it first came out, it was DOA. I understand.
Yep, exactly.
But for $599, it's a must-have.
Pickup. You gotta buy
it. For $599, it's a great phone to have. But for $1,400,
Oh, he shook him.
Hey, what do you think of what Juan said about the Pro keyboard blades? I wouldn't be mad at Microsoft if they did a slab.
Hey, Tech Loving Mama, what's up?
It's worth $5.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think Microsoft I think Microsoft is in a very, very bad situation. When the Surface Duo 2 come out, the briefcase got to be large for some content creator, right? I mean,
large.
Oh, it's gonna be huge because they're gonna slam it. They're gonna slam it off.
They got to have the briefcase, right? They got to say, look, so and so. I ain't gonna name names. Here's a briefcase.
So one is one of them. That's two people I've heard that bought it at launch, and they're not upset at paying retail for it.
Correct.
So that tells you how good the phone is.
Sam from
Sam.
Well, what happened was
talking about Ricky.
All right. So if you go back, if you go back and look at the first reviews when the Surface Duo came out, right? I mean, they got slammed from pillar to post when it first came out, right? I mean, it kind of reminded me how HTC wasted space and all that. I remember it kind of reminded me the exact same way HTC got slammed out there when the first Surface Duo first came out. And you know what? I'm guilty of following opinions of others. Right, I was with, and we talked about that on the stream. We talked about how Microsoft was selling the phone for $1,500. Everybody said the software was trash. Everybody said the cameras was trash. And we sit up there, we ragged the phone for months, right? But we did. We guilty of it. We are guilty of ragging the phone without letting the tech do the talking.
What's the other phone we did like that, Eric? And then we all went and bought it.
The Exxon M. And you know what? That's a perfect example. Exxon M was a freaking fantastic phone, and we got it to this day, right? It was ahead of its time. The some of the content creators out there slammed this phone, right? Maybe because it was ZTE instead of Samsung, but they slammed this phone. This phone was ahead of its time. This phone was great at what it did. But they slammed this phone, right?
That price at launch, it kind of pulled the essential phone move, where at launch price, that price was
oh yeah,
right. And it was
high.
exclusive.
Right, it was
an exclusive, so it was like
that essential phone was trash.
Well,
I love that essential phone.
It doesn't matter the cost; it was trash.
But you know what happened with the essential phone, right?
We hear that.
Yep.
But look, the Citrus phone came out was really bad. But I goddamn after about 6 months worth of updates, that phone became almost phone of the year.
Right? That was trash.
Oh my god! I can't get rid of that phone. That phone,
Eric, I did that phone did not leave my pocket for quite some time. That phone was just, and the best part is, you know, I pull it out to do something like, yo, what iPhone is that? It's like, it's not an iPhone. They're like,
I still pull it out. There's days where I use that all weekend.
I'm like, I know.
So here's a good interesting question. Easy. What price do you think the Surface Duo will come at? I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, if Samsung is coming out at what do we say, 1,600?
1,600.
Then I guess the Duo's got to come at 1,000.
But they ain't gonna do it though.
Nope.
The Duo gonna come out at 1,400.
Yep.
The Duo gonna be 1,400.
They want you to fall in love with this Duo, so you'll pay for the next one.
Yeah. But if Microsoft do it smart and say, hey, everybody that got the Surface Duo 1, we're going to take care of you. We're going to give you $800 or whatever for the Surface Duo to get the Surface Duo 2. I think a lot of people trade up, right? I think
as long as they don't mess it up.
I ain't going to sell my Surface Duo.
But
I know, I ain't going to get rid of my... Hell no, I never get rid of my Surface Duo.
You got 3 of them, dog.
But I think the Surface Duo 2 go come at a very expensive price point. Now Microsoft have to do something because you have.
I agree, Juan. I agree.
I know. I agree with you. Look, Juan, I agree with you. But Samsung does set. Apple set the price. Then comes Samsung. Then come everybody else. You got Samsung and Apple that will set the $1,200 or $1,300 price point. And look, this is one of the reasons why I am not rushing the Apple foldable phone, because if the Apple foldable phone come out at $2,500, every freaking thing gonna be $2,500. This is one of the reasons why I am not rushing the Apple foldable phone, because Apple will come out. That son bitch gonna be almost $3,000.
Don't worry, they're not rushing either. Easy.
Really?
Yeah, I know they're not rushing.
That foldable iPhone.
That foldable iPhone gonna be, and you know what's gonna happen? Millions of motherfuckers go buy it, right?
Yep.
They can't wait. They're gonna be standing outside to give out their $3,000 to Apple. They're gonna say, "Oh my God!" They're gonna be creaming in their fucking pants to get this iPhone. They've been waiting.
Folding phones. Apple
they've been
folding
waiting.
Phones.
That Apple that invented folding phones.
Right? They invented it.
Average, we know this.
And they did it right.
And look, you go hear. We've done it. We've been working on this for a decade.
And you know that they're gonna say. They're gonna say fold. When the fold just got real.
I will say this about Apple. As much as we give them shit about saying, people feeling like they've created things, they rarely ever say we did this new. It's the first iPhone that does this. They acknowledge. No, I'm saying they acknowledge it's the first time they've ever done it. So I give them a pass a lot of times because they never say, "Hey, look, we're the first person to ever do this." No, this is the first iPhone that does this.
Agreed.
So, right, I agree. And look, Apple got an ecosystem. Let's call it how we see it. when you buying into Apple, you buying into the ecosystem. You know, and that's the whole thing. You got if you got a Mac, you got an iPhone, you got handoff and sidecar.
You got handoff.
You got handoff, right?
You got handoff.
You got handoff.
That's what Apple doing with no joining. No joining.
You got handoff.
No,
that's what they say. We gonna call this handoff.
Scoop ass. Oh man.
So if Apple can wait till 2022 to come out with their folding phone, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool.
Right.
I'm cool with that. Right.
So
because
I it's gonna be tough, right? So I think Apple's gonna wait a long time. I think if they ever do under the glass fingerprint recognition, we're like 3 years out. Yeah, I think they should go touch it. Yeah,
okay.
They always relate to the game.
Oh hell yeah! I give them 5 years.
Yes, but at least they're not first lacking.
That's
shit.
true. That's true.
I mean, the thing about it is when Apple does it, right? It's people waiting on this shit. Like I can say Apple fans, right? My daughter, and they all waiting for this stuff. Like they ready. Like soon as this shit get available and announced, you got to buy it. Like they want it, and so the Apple fans wait for years for like these M1 Max, and people right now waiting on these new powerful MacBooks, right? Everybody say gonna be 32 cores, 64 gigs of RAM, right? Everybody waiting on these new iMac Pros and all these Macs that's coming out. And what's gonna happen is Apple say you go get it. It's gonna be expensive as fuck, right? So it's you talk about $2,500, $3,000, whatever, and people go buy it. They waiting on it.
Mm-hmm.
They're waiting on it. And I think for the most part, Apple has a different genre of people. They have the people that wait for them, and they don't care how much they got to spend. They don't.
And
care.
they don't need tons of innovation. That's what people
right.
want.
They don't.
Android been doing this. Apple people
right.
don't care.
No. Apple people don't care if Android been having widgets on their screen since fucking 2015. Apple people don't care. They don't care that you could do customization on Android phones, and now you're starting to get it on Apple. They don't care.
We got widgets, yes.
We got widgets, right? I mean, it just
hit me up when Apple have, as Flossie would call it, thought protection.
Look at it, Kimmy. Look at it.
Look at it.
I mean.
Oh yeah, you saw. Yeah, we talked. What did we talk? Was this? When did we talk? We just talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
The acknowledgement that 20% of iPhone
owners
they go to Android.
Don't forget though, thanks to the Epic lawsuit, we are about 20% of iPhone owners flip to A.
So it's just a matter of time. Joseph he'll be one of us.
Yeah, he'll be one of us.
One of us.
Oh my God. Man,
well, the thing about it is, I think if Apple got you sucked in the ecosystem, if you got an Apple TV, you got the App Store, you sucked in Apple Music and paying your fare, and you got all this Apple Music downloaded, and you pay for all this music. You got a MacBook, you got an iMac, you got all this shit. It's very difficult to go to Android at that point, right? Yeah, you can do it, but when you have, when you're in the Apple ecosystem, that's what Apple wants. Apple wants you to be with the iPad, MacBook, iPhone. You got the earbuds. You got everything right there in the ecosystem. It's very difficult for people to leave that ecosystem to go to Android. And you think about, okay, if I go to Android, what the fuck I'm going to buy? A Pixel? What I'm going to buy? Samsung? What I'm going to buy? What I'm going to buy? It's like, okay, Android got Motorola, LG. They got Pixels. They got Samsung. Who do it? If I leave an iPhone, where the fuck do I go? And that's the problem.
It will be Pixel 6 this year. That's what
Yes, Pixel 6 Pro. That's where you would go.
That's where
But
you
what
go.
if people don't? But what if people don't like the new, exotic design of the new Pixel 6? Right? Right. That because
But people have choices.
Google is. But Google is going all out. I mean, they're going really bold, right?
They're going bold, but
I
I think if we look at One UI, Android 12 beta, and Oxygen OS, they're starting all to converge. And what Google did is they're being slick. RCS is starting to take off. So like Kimmy is big on RCS now.
Yes.
Right.
So that's the answer to iMessage, at least between Android, right?
Y'all try to trick me into something else.
Yeah, Duo, right?
What?
Dual calling is
try
like
to trick you into
FaceTime, except it has better
happiness,
codecs. So if we can get people to come over to Pixel 6, I think they're gonna start to feel like they're locked in.
But Barry, here's a problem: the Pixel 6 ain't gonna look as beautiful as an iPhone, right? I mean, when you talk about, a Pixel 6, it's going to
I'm gonna tell you right here.
Bold.
The notch,
it's a bold
like,
new look.
Exactly.
The notch, like literally, if Apple called me, I couldn't even be objective. The notch is so disgusting. It's like, dude, we OnePlus 7 Pro came out how many years ago? And it was notchless. It's like, come on, Apple.
Right, come on, man. And
Yep, see one back now.
I agree that I love the Pixel 6. I'm talking about from an Apple standpoint. Like, you got a person that's leaving the Apple ecosystem, and where do they go?
I really, it's like, this is.
I don't think they checking for.
I don't have any juice on it, so you might not be able to see it. But God, man, that notch is disgusting, man. It's like, get rid of that thing. I mean, it's like Apple.
You calling my my phone ugly? My phone is not ugly, sir. All you gotta do is find the right wallpaper.
No, just make a bezel. Do what Sony does. You know,
do what Sony does.
Right?
Hey,
there it is, right there, everybody. That's the reverse Apple notch.
Let's get it straight.
I got a question.
Let's get it straight as my hairline. Let's get it straight.
Yo.
I know I'm being superficial, but I'm just like, come on, Apple. I mean, it's like, come on, you know.
Hey, Barry, can the Pixel 6 turn me into a screensaver? Because apparently I look like a screensaver.
You were frozen over there. You weren't moving.
Yeah, if you
did look like a screensaver.
I wasn't moving. I was just still. But
yes, you look like a wallpaper for a minute there.
Yeah.
Really? Well, I guess I'm that pretty then.
Yeah.
You were just
so and easy. First to admit that the Pixel line has not looked like a Samsung flagship for years, right? I'm the first to admit that it's like, come on, Apple, you've had that same design for a long time.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I'm a pretty bitch.
Female
Let's
said
get
you like
one
the
thing
Terminator.
straight as my hairline. Now.
Oh Lord!
Now we all know that the notch ain't looking as good as my hairline right here. Look at my hairline. Look at me. Look at me.
Like some people's.
Oh Lord, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I guess it's that time of the evening, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody breaks out their favorite pictures.
What are you talking about, Kimmy?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Kimmy?
What am I talking about?
I have ascended, Kimmy.
Yes. Trash.
Hey, look.
Yeah, and he made a good point.
Well, Apple saying that the notch gonna be smaller on the S series this year, 12S, right?
It don't need to be there.
It still got a damn notch.
But if it's smaller, just do what Sony does and just bring it all the way to the side. It will look so much better.
Barry, they'd have to redesign all the screens.
That's my screensaver, y'all.
I'll be nice. I won't put thick notes up there for y'all.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I'm inevitable.
Maybe in 15 minutes.
I think if Apple, reduced the notch, right, people gonna be happy about it.
Oh,
Yeah, they need to reduce it by 100%, and then
Exactly.
people will be happy.
Now I don't know what they've got their Face ID technology. They don't want.
Yeah.
But
Right,
just
and that's
extend
the
it.
thing.
Just
It's
extend it over. I mean, it's just extend it, Apple.
Apple is saying that, hey, we have this technology. They need a notch. They got all them sensors in there.
Oh,
That's why they got the notch.
Plus,
But
It's for security. Security.
Go back to your fingerprint, sir.
but branding.
It's for top-notch security.
But branding.
Oh, the world, Craig.
He's a top notch. She's stupid.
Top-notch
Oh, the world,
security.
Craig.
Craig.
But you know.
Yeah.
That don't bother me like that, but I get it better. They understand. Hey, the notch is terrible.
I just think it depends on your wallpaper.
But you.
Yeah, you can't hide it with the right wallpaper. You can't hide it with the right
It's just
wallpaper.
like them double booty hole notches. I got one.
Hey. Oh, you got one?
Yeah, the Huawei has one.
Double booty hole game?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you play a video, what happens?
I
That notch.
never pay attention to it. I'm always in the middle.
Yeah, you hit the foldable for the video.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, that
Anyone seen
flex.
my brother Tommy?
Oh Lord.
No, we ain't seen Tommy.
Screeches go
It's a
wrong.
dumb cheat to lie about screen to body ratio.
We can't use
Hey,
it. It's
I
just
know
because
that's
some apps don't use it on Apple. They mess up. They're not optimized for it.
Right. So they don't go all the way to the screen, right?
Yeah, they don't go all the way
yeah.
to the screen.
They don't go all the way screen to screen because they don't want to mess with the notch. Because
God, that notch is-
it's software that they have to cut out in the app where they don't want to do it.
Nah. I'm sorry to be that superficial, but it's like I think they've had.
Hey,
enough
I'm with
time
you.
at this
I'm
point.
with you,
It's
man.
been enough time, man. It's like if the OnePlus. How many years ago was the OnePlus 7 Pro? I mean, that was a long time ago.
That thing had the nipple drop, right?
No,
Right.
it had the
had a
pop-up
notch.
camera. No, it
Right.
had
Oh,
a
okay,
pop-up
okay, that was
camera.
the one
It
with
had
the pop-up.
it had nothing on the display.
Right. It had
I saw
right.
your ass, Kimmy.
Boy,
Like,
Marcus.
Yeah, I was like, I caught the end of that. I was like, what?
Right. If you look at why OnePlus came out with that beautiful OnePlus 7 Pro, which I have with the pop-up camera, from that to a fucking notch. And that don't make no sense.
It don't make
The
any sense.
pop-up
at all.
camera was perfect.
But it needed IP rating, y'all. It needed an IP rating.
Also, too, they didn't
they-
have as much
oh,
control, with
Mhm.
their OEM, the people that they're getting the phone from. So
Yeah. I mean, I think Apple is their signature is the notch.
it is.
But I don't think it'll
unfortunate.
ever
Yes, that's
go
their
with the
signature. Yeah, it's
Nah,
never
they-
going
well, I can't go
But-
back. I'm sick
but-
of the notch.
Like I was saying, you're looking at an iPhone screen immediately. It's instant
Well,
brand recognition.
just take over Sony's brand. Take over the Mark III van for me.
Then it would be an
Don't take
Apple.
over their naming, please. No.
Oh yeah, don't take over their naming.
Everything else.
You got to be techie to keep up with Sony's naming.
Hey, Scoop, how'd you say Sony picks their names?
They take their
Good
device, whatever it is.
evening. Good
They
afternoon.
literally
Oh,
drop
my
it.
God.
They drop it on the keyboard, and whatever comes out is how they name it.
I love that. I almost
Sony, they hit W, they hit WX, and then just drop the device on the keyboard. And then that's how they name their stuff.
Well, we all know now that Apple would not put macOS. We all know now that Apple would not put macOS on the iPad. We know this now, right? We all know that the iPhone would never get stylus. Remember, we know this already because Apple have proved that they want the iPhone, the iPad, the Mac, the iMac to all be separate, right? A lot of people that got the M1 Mac was ready for WWDC, right? Here we go. iPad OS is going to change the world. And Apple told them, they give them the middle finger, say, hey, I told y'all that this is an iPad.
But
This is not a Mac.
Right.
Eric,
That motherfucker.
We told y'all that this
True,
was a
but
Mac. This is an iPad. This is not a Mac.
I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir. Well, I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir. I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir. Calm down.
And I think Apple made it clear. Apple made it clear that the iPad is an iPad. It will never replace.
Yeah, they're trying to be. They're trying to be.
But that's par for the course for Apple.
That's
they've never done it. It's okay. Man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Why I called you out?
It's just a joke, Mom.
I mean, look.
Headphones. Bar Boost Live said Windows 11 will make the iPad sweat.
No. Hold on. Remember when Microsoft came out with the that tablet, the RP or the XP it was a tablet that they came out with a watered down version of Windows, and they couldn't do nothing. It couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, it was ARM. It was ARM based. Yeah,
it was ARM based, right? Mm-hmm. And that thing failed miserably, right? You couldn't do nothing on the thing. Mm-hmm. Only thing you could do is a Word, PowerPoint, and Excel.
Windows RT.
Windows RT.
Yeah, ARM based.
One of the biggest failures. The biggest failures. That you had. Look, I had a Windows RT, right? And I'm sitting around like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this thing? The App Store didn't have no apps. I mean, I couldn't do nothing with the fucking thing. Like, you couldn't run nothing.
Eric, you have like Windows RT and like Vista. It's just below it for just hot garbage that Windows has ever.
It was the worst. I understand Microsoft concept. They wanted to go after the iPad.
That was it.
They wanted to go after the iPad. They wanted to go after Samsung, right? Because you had Samsung had tablets, then you have iPads, then you had the RT. The problem with the RT, first of all, Microsoft they have no apps, right? It was the app ecosystem was
but see, they've got apps now. They got apps now. So what they're doing now, so that was ARM based, right? But now Windows 11 looks like a Mac OS. If you look at how they designed it,
but why would Windows even do that though? Why would Microsoft?
I have to say, I love the way Windows look, and I can understand that they're doing what Apple is not doing, and that's like, hey, we've had this look for a long time. Maybe we should switch it up, like get rid of the notch. You know what I'm saying? But
we ain't switching that up.
Yeah,
we'll take away everything else before the notch.
Nacho man.
We're gonna take away the ports before we get rid of the notch.
So you think Microsoft is trying to steal away Mac users? Really?
I don't think they can, but I think they are trying. You know.
But isn't the Microsoft ecosystem is the biggest? I mean, you have more people on Microsoft than on Mac, though, right?
Barbara, so that's not true.
So why would
on an iPad? I was gonna say iPads can make calls, but let's carry on.
You can make calls. Yeah. I mean, you could do a lot on the iPad. You could do a lot on the iPad. But I'm just saying, like, if Microsoft get back into the tablet game, right? I mean, look, they got the Surface Duo. What happened to the other Surface tablet that was supposed to come out? They killed that project.
It was the Duo.
The Duo and the Surface Duo and they killed the other one. Why though? See, that's what I'm saying. This is why a lot of people can't buy into
it was Neo.
The Neo. You can't buy into the Microsoft ecosystem. It's because they worse as Google, right? Google killed shit off, right? They don't like it, they kill it off.
It's delayed to 2022. It's delayed to 2022. So what it was is, remember, it was Windows 10X. So Android was going to go on the Duo. Windows 10X was going to go on, and Microsoft said Windows 10X is trash. We're going Windows 11, so they had to delay the Neo.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Neo would have been very good if it was if it ran Windows 10, right?
Correct. But I think what it is, they, although you have Scoop people, there are people that really like the Surface. I think they feel they're missing something on the tablet experience with the Surface that you simply have to go to an iPad or Samsung for. And I think they're trying to figure out a way to mitigate
Bridge
that.
the gap. Bridge the gap.
Yep, bridge the gap. Yep.
Well, here's the biggest problem with Microsoft. The biggest problem with Microsoft is that Windows is so fucking unoptimized that you got to put so much power. Then you got thermal problems, right? So if you got these thin ass tablets, which the Surface tablets and the computers, they're so thin that they throttle so bad. Like if you try to video edit on a Surface Pro Max, Surface Pro. The throttle and the computer gets so hot that you're getting so bad a performance out of it. And that was the same thing that happened to the Surface tablet, right? The high premium ones, right? They made it so thin. They put the GPUs at the bottom, I believe. But it got so freaking hot that it was thermal throttling so bad that you really couldn't do no type of high-end production work on them things, man.
Now the Surface laptop isn't bad for throttling.
Right, the Surface laptop probably ain't bad, but
it still gets warm though. Don't get me wrong, it gets warm.
The problem is they got to control the thermals. They just got to do something with the thermals, right? They got to do something to keep the thing cool.
Oh, this one has fans. Like I'm on the Surface laptop, it has fans.
What's up,
I love my Surface laptop.
If I'm rendering, it does want to take off.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the Surface Pro 3. I had the Surface Pro 3 i7. And when I started editing on that thing got so damn hot. You can't even touch the back of it. It got so hot. And the thermal throttling was so bad on it. Like,
Eric, why you push all your devices to the limit like that? All Eric's devices be on fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Hot. Yeah, so the thermals to get better once it switch to ARM. Yeah.
Put some toothpaste in there, Eric.
Put some toothpaste in there. Yeah, thermal paste.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hand recognition is horrible on Windows on my Galaxy Book Pro 360, and it gets hot. Hopefully, Windows 11 will fix that. Yeah. I mean, they try to put so much power in the thin design. Look, when we used to get laptops, even back a decade ago, they were so thick, right? Because they knew that the heat dissipation, they needed something to get the heat away. But now they want everything thin. They want everything small. They want everything razor thin. And now you can't deal with, the thermal issue. It's thick. I don't mind a thick computer. God damn it, give me something thick. Shit, give me some fans in the thing.
Pause.
Windows is important here in DC because the federal government is switching to teleworking for most. They are downsizing buildings, so Windows on a phone. All right, so hold on, time out, Marcus. It's no Windows phone, all right? So let's make sure you ain't gonna get no Windows on the phone.
All right.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. Yeah, you're not gonna.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get Windows.
I love Windows Phone, but that's not.
I love Windows Phone, but they've been gone. Windows Phone's been gone for years.
Oh man,
Windows Phones are gone. Oh man, Windows, that was great. Well, what happened to Windows Phone?
What happened? Let me tell you. Google and Apple killed Windows Phone. So Windows, or I should say Microsoft, had an app builder. Basically, any app that was available for Google, for Android or iOS, they could make. But the people they've got with people like Snapchat and all that stuff said, no, don't put these apps on Windows Mobile. So it crippled them. They didn't have the app support.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, I think if you look at Windows apps, you could get Word, PowerPoint, OneDrive, OneNote, all those services. It could be on Android, or you get on Mac, you get on anything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Y'all just murdered LaShawn. Thanks. Tanks.
Like I said,
He gone.
I'm interested. I hope people don't think I'm. Before I get to play with Windows 11, I'm just saying, hey, it's a no go. But I'm hopeful.
Yes, you can run remote desktop. You can run remote desktop on the Surface Duo. I've actually run.
You can do that on Android. Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Stream Top,
Stream
Top,
like
Top Stream or whatever. So yeah, you can run desktop on the Surface Duo. Yeah.
But I think he's talking about remote desktop.
Oh yeah, you can run.
You can do that.
Yeah.
So,
you can remove.
There's actually a Microsoft program that's available on Android.
Yes. So, but here's the thing: you can do it on an iPad. That's the thing. So you got the power of the M1. You got the power of the M1. You can run remote desktop, so you can run Windows 10 on your iPad.
Right? Come on, y'all.
So yes, you can do that. You could do it on the Galaxy tab. You could run it on a Galaxy tablet. So yes, you can do it.
Yes,
making noises.
But it all depends on your if you run in the server program. Your server program got to have very good Wi-Fi. You get the network got to be good. You can't be running no dial-up and try to get good service.
Get that shit out of here.
Who the hell still runs dial-up?
Oh, you tell me, Emily. Emily said, "Why would somebody want to run Windows on the iPad?"
No, it's really, Emily, just so you can get to a remote computer. That's
right. To a remote computer. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we get you, Emily.
Right. We understand that. Why would you run Windows on the iPad, but you can run if you have a server program running at your office and it's running Windows based.
Yeah, you
got an iPad. You got the remote log in. That means you're gonna be running Windows on your iPad.
Correct.
So yes, I mean you have different business. And when we talk about these type of scenario servers and stuff like that, these are enterprise type deals, right? That means this is business stuff. So just say, okay, I need to tap into my server. I'm gonna run this enterprise software so I can tap into my server. Now I'm running Windows 10 so I can, get my documents or whatever I need to get and run certain software, run a program for my business solution. So I can see an iPad M1 that's powerful can do that very well. I'm sure that an M1 iPad will run server software really good.
Yeah,
that's why you get all that power. That's why you get all that power. Yeah. So Michael Pepper said you use Shadow
play.
Yes.
I use Shadow PC on my iPad.
Yeah.
Surface and rank had external play.
My bad.
Right.
My
So
bad.
Hey, this is one of the reasons why you buy the M1 iPad, because you want the power. This is what you get the 16 gigs of RAM and stuff like that. So yeah, this is what you need the power for. If you're running cloud PC services, you running server services, if you run a remote, if you run an enterprise software, this is what you need, the power for. And look, Apple knows this, by the way, people. This is why they're putting so much power. It's not because we complained about, it's not running Mac OS. The enterprise people want this power. Doctors and lawyers and stuff that's running enterprise software, they want this power. They want the power of the iPad to run all this high-end software. So,
power.
they want the power. So we complain about it as a consumer that is not running, Mac OS. It's no reason to buy M1 iPad because it's not running nothing. But when you talk about the enterprise market, Apple's smart. This is why when I see all these videos about people saying the M1 16 gigs of RAM on the iPad is useless, no, you don't understand. In the enterprise market, that's what they want. They want the power. They want to run enterprise software. They want to run this and they want to run that. So they need the power, the speed, the capability of an M1 with 16 gigs of RAM to run this software. That's what it's for. I don't think a lot of people get that. But if you're a real techie, all right, most real techies kind of know,
real tech.
I love all these points. iPad has no good games. I don't use my iPad to play games. I use it to edit software.
Well, Apple is not really known for games, are they?
They were in the
Joseph,
they were in the
hot water
80s. They
on
were in the
them.
80s. So I grew up with
In the
Apple. I
80s?
had Apples. Yep. Then in the
We're talking
90s, it was like it
Hangman?
switched. There were some good games, and then it switched.
Yeah.
Then it became like two good
So
games. For Apple.
everything depends on everybody's use case. So,
Oregon Trail.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
That was
Oregon
one
Trail.
of them that was on Apple. Right?
I'm over here dying of dysentery.
it's a lot more compact for me to pick.
Yo, aren't they coming out with a show?
Oh,
I saw they're coming out with a show, the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, but see, here's a problem with this, right? It only the reason why it's a cap on there is because you have enterprise people that will buy the 8 gig version. All right, you cannot go. Listen, I understand the provision here, right? If you got an 8 gig iPad, you need at least 1.5 gig to run the OS, right? You need to have something for the OS. So if you have a app that's running 8 gigs on top of an 8 gig iPad, then you go have it won't work.
Yeah.
And then you have to understand this too, that you cannot have Apple probably won't allow you to have 2 versions of that app, right? One for the 16 gig and one for the 8 gig. It won't happen that way. Like
Cafe.
it has to be a straighten. Look, so I understand the 5 gig per software, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do understand. Then at this point, you have to think about, is apps that big that you need more than 5 gigs? And if that's the case, then you really need a PC for that. Like you need a computer for that. Like so, to run 5 gigs, that's a lot. By the way, all right. That means that they have to optimize the app a little more to get it within that 5 gig there. So I'm not mad at the 5 gig. We have to remember this is an iPad. This ain't a Mac. You have to have some type of limitations here, right? Every Mac does it. I mean, every iPad, at this point, Apple trying to make sure that some of the other generations of iPads can run some of the software too. Because if you single out only M1s, then
they won't be able to say we've got 5 years of OS updates.
Right. It's difficult. Look, I do understand that people want a lot of flexibility when they come down to the iPads. I just don't. I don't even know if they even got a anything above a 5 gig software on Android. I mean, do they even have any software on Android that's above 5 gigs?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Well, I just think
no.
we have certain people that come on every week just to bash Apple. I'm not even an Apple defender, but I'm like, you got a lot of time on
I
your
just want
hands.
them to change the notch. That's all I'm caring about.
Every week, dog?
Yeah.
Every week.
I don't have a Pixel, but I don't come in every week like, man, fuck that Pixel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just did an update as
What
we were
did
talking.
Apple do to you?
Right, do to you.
You got this update, right, LaShawn?
Yes, sir. I'm working on a video on that right now.
Cafe. This is a great comment by Cafe. People want everything to run on the smartphone.
Hey, Cafe, what's up, man?
Yeah, Cafe, what's up? I know Cafe been in a while.
I ain't seen him in a minute.
Well, he come through every now and then. He come through and blaze through, you know what I'm saying? But I agree with Cafe. Like, at this point, look, here's the thing. Professionals, right?
Oh, you gave me a lot of money, King Mike. They didn't take shit.
Apple, look, professionals will have computers, right? I think for portability, you're gonna see people with iPads in the enterprise market, right? For consumers, any iPad will work for a consumer, right? I mean, you could get a $300 iPad will run Angry Birds and games and do video calling and run in the app in the App Store. I think a lot of people that want all this shit for iPads, won't utilize some of the services on there. I mean, I think Apple have made it clear that if you want to run high-end software, get a Mac.
Get a Mac.
You know, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I don't look. Think about this: a spec'd out iPad costs too goddamn high. Look, that's over $2,000.
Oh, is it expensive?
Right? Who the fuck gonna pay $2,000 for an iPad when you get a Mac Pro for cheap?
Someone that has a Z Fold 2.
The same
To trade it in. Yeah, right.
The same
I agree.
person that's gonna drop $7,000 on a
Yeah, but I agree.
Mac Pro.
Easy. It's like, yeah, I agree.
No, the cheese grater, the $20,000 cheese.
No, but
Yeah.
but I get what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Right. I mean, you buying the iPad for $2,000, then you gonna spend $6,000 on a fucking a monitor. That don't make no sense.
That don't make
So
any
you're gonna
sense.
spend almost close to $10,000 on an iPad and a fucking monitor. That don't make
Well,
no.
and don't
Look, if
forget
you
the
got it
stand.
like that, or the stand.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you got it
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying.
$1,000 stand.
If you got it like that, look, I'm not mad at nobody that got it like that, right? If you want to spend, $10,000 on an iPad in the 6K monitor and buy the stand, and you got to buy the cords, right? Hey,
And don't forget about the wheels too. You know.
Oh, yeah, if you want to buy all that, you got to spend. But I believe that the average consumer ain't spending $10,000 on a fucking iPad and a monitor.
No, bro.
Right. I mean, nobody ain't spending a $2,000 iPad. I mean, think about this. My daughter said, "Hey, Daddy, I want the 2 terabyte iPad with the 16 gigs of RAM and the 12.9 that cost $2,200. There's no fucking way I'll buy that. No way. It's no way. Right? It's no way I'll buy a $2,200 iPad.
Game time.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph, the hot water was on, Joseph.
Yeah, the hot water was on. Hot water was on.
What you got to say, Eric?
This is not a true statement.
You can't make a false
iPad,
statement. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Barbara just said that.
He just
Barbara
be putting
doesn't like
false
Apple.
statements
Though.
up the whole
Yeah.
stream.
He doesn't like Apple.
Like, bro,
He
this is
comes
not
for
true.
Apple every week.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude.
he does not like Apple. It's like
If you don't like Apple, that's fine.
I don't like them either,
iPad
but
does support. What the fuck is this? Like, the iPad
that's
does
what he
support
does.
But
external
he does it every
monitors.
stream, Eric.
He doesn't like
Every
Apple.
single stream.
what the fuck is this? That's how I step on niggas.
LaShawn gonna party tonight.
The turn up.
He
Hey,
be,
them hoes.
testing, he be testing us out to see how much we
Moms
know.
have to go and beat
Right, how
him.
much y'all know?
He said, "Let me put this bullshit in here and see if she
Right.
can."
So he can get recognized. He trying to get recognized. That's what he trying to do. He trying to get recognized. I'm gonna put this bullshit on it. I'm gonna get recognized.
Next he gonna say, "iPads don't even have screens on them."
Exactly. You don't have screens.
iPad don't have screens on them.
He said, "Hey, Mem,
The
I'm getting the MLK version, the MLK jerseys."
Oh, okay. Mims have been talking about it for a while. He's gonna get a Trae Young jersey.
Hey, Ice Tray. He called it ice.
Mike.
They gonna need external monitors for them screens.
The fucking new iPad Pros got Thunderbolt outputs on them. I mean, come on now. You can hook up 2 monitors to an iPad, right? You could connect multiple monitors to
I think you do
iPad.
multiple, yeah.
Yeah, you can do multiple monitors to iPad.
Yeah.
We need next time we're gonna have Catwoman in the chat as a fact checker. So when the people
Right.
put the bullshit up, you just say,
Right.
fact false.
Hey.
Sorry about that, Tech King.
tonight.
I had to go ahead and bounce him. He's out. So
We partying tonight,
Oh, yeah,
y'all.
the bouncer?
Party at,
All right.
yeah, he's done.
party at Magic City tonight, y'all. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about
I
Trump?
mean, look.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you give
Yeah,
people
sorry.
chances, right? You give people chances,
nah.
opportunities. Then you get the new people. You get new people come in with that bullshit, and then you got to bounce them
Oh,
out.
shit.
You got when they come in that bullshit, you got to bounce
You
them out.
gotta bounce them out of here, huh?
Yeah, bounce about.
Bounce that nigga. Hey, bounce that nigga. Hey.
Oh, here goes
I see your
People
comment.
was having a political discussion tonight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't support Hung Ming either because I ain't got that bullshit
Kimmy
on my
loves
phone.
Hung Min. She loves Hung Min.
Hung Mang. Hung
She
Mang.
love Hung
Hung
Min.
Mang.
Don't know what that is.
What is Hung Mang?
Yes.
I got
Hey, what up?
an update to my Harmony OS. I don't know what the fuck y'all.
What up, Ike? What up, Ike?
Ike.
What up?
You're late.
Is that what they run on Pixel? Hung Ming?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know, Pixel. That's all Huawei. Like
I'll be right back.
The Hung Mangs.
No, it's not.
Mangs and the Hung. Hey.
What the
like
hell?
Shaq said, that was supposed to have been a hawk, but I guess that was a crow.
Oh, Lord.
That
Hey,
was a
what
crow.
the hell?
Sounds like a giant.
That was
Like you in pain over there. You might need to get that checked.
Are you okay?
You might need to
That
see a
hawk
doctor about that
a
bullshit.
You
sparrow.
need some. You need
That
some
hawk
milk.
sick, huh? That hawk got sick.
Hey, Pepper knows CPR. Just remember that.
Nah, Pepper no TPI. I'm
Yo, he
good.
cussed Pepper out earlier.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
All I said was I'm gonna kick your black ass. That's what I said.
Okay.
Atlanta won.
She know I was just playing. She know I was playing. Hey, I seen you, Ray. You talking about the Hawks don't have it. I seen what you said, Ray.
You said there was some bad calls.
Hey, I don't give a damn who won.
Oh my god, the calls in the games that Milwaukee had at home, the second two games, that obviously they hurt Kyrie, but that was ridiculous. The calls they were getting in those two
the
games.
game, the call from last night. You know, it took 37 minutes to do 30-something second.
It wasn't 31?
It wasn't 31.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't 31. It was 37 minutes for like seconds to review the calls.
That's crazy.
It was pathetic.
31.
Oh, wow.
31.
So as we get closer to the top of the hour, let's go to the review. Who's streaming what tomorrow? Tomorrow, we got Gadget Chats tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
And after Gadget Chats, who else? That's it.
Ike.
Mike is
Ike.
not doing it. Okay, Ike. We got Ike. We got Ike.
Yeah, and you know I complain about staying up for this one. I probably won't make Ike's tomorrow, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be there. But if you don't see me coming in, I fell asleep.
Because you tapped out.
It ain't you. It's just my schedule.
Yeah.
And then Friday we got the Holla at Your Ball with the Ignorant Hour.
The Ignorant Hours, yes,
We got
sir.
the Ignorant Hour. We got it going on Friday night. Then Saturday, you and Barry, you up or what?
Oh my God, Eric, why you do this?
Why do we get
Hey, but you know what? You know who's up though. You know who's up. Cecil's up.
Yeah, I'll be streaming Saturday night.
You and Savage?
Yeah.
If he wants to come on, he can come on. Nah, I'll be on.
You might not want to invite Savage on.
Yeah, you don't want that one.
Nah, I'll be streaming.
About running people off. You won't have any females in your chat.
Exactly, no females.
It's gonna be in the middle of the day, and Savage is gonna look like this. So yeah, I made it to the stream.
Exactly.
Right. He done dried all the females up. Like,
Yeah, Mike, I'm doing a stream Saturday
women
night
got
on
it
Catch
easy.
Me Out.
They say, hey, you ain't got no reason to have bad credit if you a woman.
So,
Exactly. You got it easy.
you got the female followers. You don't have him on there.
He's gonna come in with his own TV.
I'm gonna show y'all my living room area real quick.
I've been here 31 seconds. I got to go. See, so I've been here 31 seconds too long.
Dead.
Hold up, wait. Pause. Mike, you just discovered John Wick this week. Where have you been?
Wait, what?
Hey, what?
Wait, what?
Mike, you lost your mind.
He said he late.
Mike was playing because he always talking about some curse.
He said I'm late. I know.
John
Wick. Bro,
I
you
just-
know he ain't watch John Wick. You got
Cecil,
Wick
breathe.
1,
Cecil,
2,
breathe,
and
breathe,
3.
brother, breathe.
Bro, John Wick.
Cecil, breathe.
I
He
can't.
don't know no better. He don't know no better. He's learning.
You don't know about John Wick.
But back to Savage. Let me stop.
Like,
You know, that roast
He said he's
is
still.
all
Savage said he's still here. He's still here.
That's good. He's still here. I want you to hear all of it. Don't leave.
Well, the Savage.
Bring that ass here, nigga.
so anybody streaming Sunday?
No.
Sunday, I don't know. Sunday wide open.
No.
Wow.
No, I
Catwoman's
think
streaming
people are
on
recovering
Monday.
from last week. You know.
Yeah. And we know that Catwoman does Monday night, right? She does.
Monday
And then
night.
Jay Will
Afterwards, Jay Will,
right.
yeah.
Okay. What about good morning, good evening? He ain't,
Lewis, I haven't heard from him.
Lewis ain't streaming. Okay.
I guess he don't stream.
Is he doing YouTube at all?
I don't know.
Nah, he's still around. He's been, craving.
No, I'm saying, is he
all over
making
Twitter.
content or doing live streams? That's what I asked.
No, he was talking about
He
getting
all
he
around.
wanted to
I'm
start-
still doing
to
content.
start doing
I'm
stuff.
just taking a break. I'm taking a break because we all need to separate from YouTube at some point. So
And simplify.
yes. So I will be back. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm okay. Someone took my day, but that's all right. That's all right.
All right. Until next Wednesday, we gonna see y'all later.
That's how I got that heat. Let's go.